Hello, beautiful yogis. Welcome to Nicely Done Yoga. Let's get on the mat. This is a nice restorative yoga flow, especially for the lazy days, the nice Sunday mornings, when you're feeling a bit tired and you're in need of some self-care. Sit on your knees with your hands in your lap, palms facing up, and take a moment to arrive on the mat. And let's start the class in child's pose. Open the knees wide, toes are touching, and slowly fold forward, resting your forehead on the mat. Taking a deep inhale, and slowly exhale, relax. Come onto your fingertips, and really sink the chest down towards the mat. Feeling a nice stretch in your shoulders and a decompression in your lower back. Just feel your torso melt towards the mat. And on your next inhale, move your hands to the left side of the mat and place your right hand on top of your left hand for a deep stretch. And take a deep inhale, slowly exhale, relax. And slowly walk your hands back to the right side of the mat and place your left hand on top of your right hand for a deep stretch and rest your forehead on the mat. Take a deep inhale and slowly exhale, relax. And walk your hands back to center and stretch yourself forward, coming onto the fingertips, melting back into child's pose. And slowly come onto your hands and knees. Shoulders are above your hands, hips are above the knees. And inhale for cow pose, arch the back, look up. And exhale, round the back, flow through cat into child's pose. Flow from child's pose back into cow, inhale. And on an exhale, round the back, come into cat and flow back into child's pose. And from child's pose, inhale, flow through cat, back into cow. Arch the back, look up. And stay here for a moment, pushing your hips back. And exhale, round the back. Pull your belly into cat and flow back into child's pose. Resting your forehead on the mat. And flow back forward through cat, back into cow. Inhale and push your hips back. And come back to a table. And from here we're going to stretch out the wrists by flipping your hands pointing towards your knees. And rock back and forth, but do it gently, don't strain your wrists. Just creating a nice stretch in your wrists, in your shoulders, and in your hips. Just rocking back and forth with control. And flip your palms facing forward. And from here we're going to thread the needle. On an inhale, raise your left hand up to the sky. And thread the needle underneath your right arm, placing your right hand forward, and your head is resting on the mat. Take a deep inhale and slowly exhale, relax. Feeling a nice stretch in your spine and in your shoulders. And push yourself back up. And thread the needle on the other side. Inhale, raise your right hand up to the sky and thread the needle underneath your left arm and place your left hand to the front of your mat and rest your head down on the mat. Take a deep inhale and slowly exhale, relax. Try to keep your hips above your knees. Feeling a nice stretch in your shoulder and a twist in the spine. And slowly push back into your hands and come back up. And slowly walk your hands forward, sinking the head down, coming into your puppy pose, melting the chest towards the mat. Feeling a nice stretch in your shoulders, taking a deep inhale and slowly exhale, relax. And from here, slowly roll forward, sliding onto your belly, coming into a swings pose, coming onto your elbows, hands pointing forward. Deep inhale and open the chest, look up, feeling a nice stretch in your lower back. And place your left hand behind your head and bring your elbow to the mat and bring it up, opening the chest. And bring your elbow down and bring it back up, opening the chest, look up. And bring your elbow back down and bring it back up. And bring your elbow back down. And let's go to the other side. Place your right hand behind your head and bring your elbow to the mat and bring it up, opening the chest, look up. Creating a nice twist in your spine. Bring your elbow down, bring it back up, and bring your elbow down, and bring it back up. Really stretch open your chest, and bring your elbow down, and place your hands next to your chest, and push yourself back up into a plank, and push yourself back into downward facing dog. Your first downward facing dog of the day, so stretch out your legs, length through the shoulders. You can keep your knees slightly bent, or you can press your feet into the mat, creating a nice stretch at the back of your legs. Sit bones are pointing up to the sky. And slowly flow forward into an upward facing dog, but keep your hips lifted and stay onto your toes. Opening up the chest, look up, and push back into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and slowly exhale in downward facing dog. And flow back forward into up dog, keeping the hips lifted, staying onto your toes, opening up the chest, rolling your shoulders back. And flow back into downward facing dog, pushing into your hands, hips lift up to the sky, lengthen through your shoulders, and bend your knees, drop your knees to the mat, chin and chest to the floor, come into Astangasana, and slide forward into Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Really press into your hands and open the chest, try to bend backwards as far as you can. And push back into child's pose. Exhale, foreheads resting on the mat, and relax. Just let your heart melt towards the mat, and keep breathing slowly in and out. And slowly come back up, coming onto your knees, interlacing your hands behind your back. Open the chest, look up, and pull your fists down towards the mat and bend forward into rabbit pose, resting the crown of your head on the mat and pushing your arm forward as far as you can, coming onto your toes, pushing your fists forward, creating a deep stretch in your shoulders. Inhale, and on an exhale try to push your arms a little further, as far as you can. And you try to push yourself in this pose. And come back up and fold into child's pose. Forehead's resting on the mat, and your arms are resting next to you. And keep breathing slowly in and out. And bring your hands forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, back into downward facing dog. Stretching out your legs, lengthen through your shoulders. And on your next inhale, raise your right foot up to the sky, coming into a three-legged dog. Toes are pointing, pushing into your hands. And bring your leg forward, more or less parallel with your hands, coming into pigeon. Sinking the hips down, open the chest, look up, inhale. And place your right hand in the middle of the mat, and with your left hand reach back, coming into a twist, looking over your left shoulder. Bringing a nice twist in the spine, and come back forward, inhale. And on exhale, rest your head down on your arms, coming into a lying pigeon. And take a deep inhale and slowly exhale, relax, and come into stillness. And stay here until I call you back. And on your next deep inhale, slowly come back up. Come onto your hands, tuck your toes, lift your knee, and step back into a plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keep your hips lifted, roll your shoulders back, chest is open, and push back into downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, raise your left foot up to the sky into three-legged dog. Toes are pointing, lengthen through your shoulders, pushing into your hands. And bring your left leg forward, more or less parallel with your hands. Sinking the hips down and coming into pigeon. Opening up the chest, look up. And place your left hand in the middle of your mat. And reach your right hand back, coming into a twist, looking over your right shoulder. And slowly come back to center, inhale, and on exhale, rest your head down on your arms, coming into stillness. Taking a deep inhale and slowly exhale, relax, and stay here until I call you back. And slowly come back up on your inhale. Tuck your toes, lift your knee, step back into a plank. Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. And bend your knees, look between your hands and jump forward into Malasana, Yogi Squat. Hands in Namaste in front of your heart. And push into your knees with your elbows, opening up the hips. Try to keep your feet flat on the mat and sinking the hips down. And from here, bring your right hand to your left ankle and reach your left hand up to the sky, coming into a twist. And place your left hand on your right ankle and reach your right hand up to the sky into a twist. And bring your hands back down. Straighten out your legs, fold forward, and come back into Malasana and sit back on your mat. Bending the knees, placing your knees on top of each other with your feet facing to the side of the mat, coming into a shoelace or a cow face pose. Placing your fists on top of each other on your knee, length through the spine, and fold forward with your forehead resting on your fists. And take a deep inhale, slowly exhale, and try to relax. You can really feel this pose in your hip flexors and in your thighs. And stay here until I call you back. And slowly come back out. Release your legs. And move to the other side, placing your left knee on top of your right. Switching knees. Placing your fists on top of your knees. Inhale, length through the spine, and exhale, fold forward, resting your forehead onto your fists. And relax. And stay here until I call you back. And slowly come back up. Release your knees. Place your feet on the outside of the mat. Bring your hands back and rock your knees from side to side, coming into windshield wipers. Just releasing all the tension in your hips. Making your hips feel nice and happy. And for the next pose, we're gonna need some pillows or some bolsters. I'm using meditation cushions, but you can use any cushion you have available. Just make a little couch. You can place a blanket for some extra support and comfort. And bring your right hip as close as you can against your pillows. And twist your chest towards your pillows and fold forward, resting your chest and your torso on your little couch, creating a nice twist in the spine by keeping your knees pointing to the left. And relax here until I call you back. And slowly come back up and move your knees to the other side. twisting your chest down and fold forward onto your pillows. Exhale and relax. Just keep breathing slowly and stay here, relax here until I call you back. And slowly come back up. And the next pose is supported child's pose. So open your knees wide, toes are touching, and fold all the way forward. Make sure your chest is resting on the pillows. And keep breathing slowly in and out and relax. Stay here until I call you back. You can also turn onto your cheek if that's more comfortable. Just make sure you do both sides. So if you're resting on the left side, make sure to use the right side to rest as well, to keep your body in balance. And if you're resting on the left side of your face, turn to the right side and relax. And slowly come back up. And you can make your couch extra comfortable with an extra pillow. And place your tailbone against your pillows. Place the soles of your feet together, open the knees. And lie back into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose, or reclined butterfly. And take a deep inhale, and on an exhale let everything go. And relax. And stay here until I call you back. And slowly come back up. Bring your knees back together. Hug your knees into your chest. Really press into your chest and let go. And let's move into our final posture, Shavasana. Placing your pillows under your knees. Lie back on a little cushion and place a blanket over your legs and over your chest. And good night. Take a deep inhale and slowly exhale, relax. And slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Start moving your fingers. Place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your chest. And breathe deeply into your chest. Exhale. And breathe deeply into your belly, raising your belly up. And exhale, pulling your belly down, pushing all the air out of your belly. And continue breathing like this. Deep inhale into your chest and exhale, and a deep inhale into your belly and exhale, push all the air out of your belly. And slowly interlace your fingers. Stretch yourself over your head, pushing your hands backwards, and come onto the right side of your body. Use your hands as a little pillow and stay here for a moment. And whenever you're ready, slowly come back up to a seated position in cross-legged or half lotus. And take a moment to tune into your breath, tune into your body, and interlace your hands behind your head. Open the chest, inhale, look up, and exhale, fold forward, chin to chest, closing the elbows, and bring your hands forward, crossing the arms, and fold all the way down, forehead resting on the mat. And deep exhale. And come back up. Rub your hands together, create some heat. And place your hands onto your eyes, calming down the nervous system. And try to tune into your energy. And try to quiet the mind. Rub your hands together one more time. And place your hands onto your heart. And thank yourself for this nice recovery practice today. For a little extra self-care. Nicely done. Namaste. And please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you for all your support, and have a nice day.